What's going on, my fellow residents? It's me, TheFrozenCavern, and today we're going to finish our journey through Sonic Mania. In the last episode, we went through Oil Ocean and Lava Reef, but in this episode, we're going to begin with Metallic Madness, I believe. Yes, that is what the name of this zone is. Now, it's not this zone that I'm exactly worried about. It's more the final one, because in order to get the secret ending, or true ending, what I have to do is that I have to beat the first final boss in supersonic mode. And in order to activate that, I need to get 50 rings. Which doesn't sound too difficult, except for the fact that dying in this game isn't... I mean, it isn't easy, but how am I trying to explain this? Not dying isn't exactly hard, but it's not exactly easy either. But, goodness. It'll also be the first time I'm actually fighting against it, too. Can I get out of this? Okay, this way. There we go. And to be honest, I kind of don't like this background mechanic. I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like, meh. I don't know. Alright. And it doesn't really offer too much. Ow. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about the loss of rings for right now, but it is still annoying that I'm getting hit every so often. I just have to worry about it in the final act of the next... Oh my goodness. Of the next level. Okay. Well, that's there. I also need to worry about not getting crushed, because getting crushed, instant death no matter how many rings you have. So, yeah, that's fun. Except not really. And to be honest, the enemies here, especially whatever that hornet thing is, I don't know. That thing. That's annoying because of the spiked balls that it has. Alright, need to... Goodness. Yeah, the ones that are carrying the spikes on their backs, I guess, they're not really all that annoying. I mean, you can run into them and they won't damage you, but... oh, come on! I was trying to jump there. Now, let's actually jump this time. There we go. Ow. This is this is going very poorly. Okay, let me just say this now. I never said I was the best Sonic player. For anyone who wants to try and say that I have said that, never once have I said that. So, don't try to criticize me on that. But I do kind of need more coins in case the, oh no, let's just get over here. But I do need more, like, rings in case the boss here is actually, like, really bad. Because, to be honest, I kind of forgot what bosses were in this zone. But, I don't think they're really all that bad. Or at least I'm expecting them not to. Actually, no, this boss is bad. Do not like this boss. Okay, so for this boss, what we have to do is that whenever the whenever the pod shows up, we have to hit whichever one Eggman's in. I mean, Robotnik, because some people get upset about that. But there are times where you may not be able to hit it because you didn't expect him to be in that one. And it doesn't exactly wait for you to try to hit him. And this is very apparent in this part, because it will non-stop keep moving about. Get over here. Okay, that was very close. You can also get crushed very easily if you're not careful. You have to look out for everything. There you go. I'm expecting him to be in the middle one? Or on the right one. Okay. So I did that pretty perfectly. Thankfully. And of course the Let's Play curse says that, oh, you don't exactly like this boss. I'm gonna give you like one of the most perfect times doing this boss. Thank you, Curse of Let's Plays. But if I were to say it's a great boss, I would have 5 hours to try and play it. Alright, so if I'm correct, the whole gimmick for this level is that we have to... Well, there are some segments where there'll be like blinds, I guess, where if you stop on this platform, now you're behind them. And that's pretty much it. That's the main gimmick for this act. I mean, it's fine, but eh. There's nothing too special about it. I'm just worried about the next area, like, to be honest. And one thing I don't know is that if the like Blue Sphere special stages, if they actually like give you rings. Okay, thank you. But I'm worried that they won't be able to give you rings, because I'm gonna need as many rings as I can get if I'm gonna be able to get the true ending. Because that's what I'm doing. I have all the Chaos Emeralds. I'm not doing this for nothing. I also forgot that this was another gimmick, the old mini Sonic thing. There are some sections where you'll just play as a mini Sonic. It's nothing too special, really. Most of it is... You would pretty much be able to do most of this as, like, regular Sonic, but aside from the whole, you know, mini situation. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Well, anyways, that's one of the major reasons I don't like activating it, because it's so dumb how it activates. But at least we can get through the level, like, really easily now. And we don't have to worry about the whole using it early thing, because once we complete this level, it's not all that bad. Well, once we complete the level, everything resets anyway, so... It's only in Act 2 where it really matters that I don't activate it early. Oh. Okay, so I don't think I've ever been in this section before. So that's fun. And apparently you can still get crushed if you're supersonic, so the more you know. Okay, this is gonna be a very boring segment. And Tails is jumping in the background, not making this any better. Okay, we can get out. Now Tails, stop jumping. There, okay. Thankfully I was talking over it, so I might have been able to help you guys out with dealing with that, but goodness, Tails. If you can't get to me, don't just keep jumping repeatedly. Alright, so for this, you should be mini, but Tails didn't. Alright, now, what you have to do for this is that you have to turn this dial, so that, the, like, little, I forget what the things are actually called, but the things that come out can actually, you know, come out. And you do have to beat them too, which is probably bad because I'm sending out like 3 to 5 at once, and I really shouldn't be doing that, but it's whatever. I have rings to compensate. Alright, so, he's supposed to come back down, but I think you have to beat this, so, just one more, yeah. And by the way, those are references to like other bosses that aren't in this game. They're in like previous Sonic games, more of the classic games. But then you turn the dial one more time to get Robotnik out, and you're good. Alright, that is it for Metallic Madness. Now, on to... It was something Monarch. I think that's the name. I forget what the first word, though. First word was, though. Titanic Monarch, that's what it is. Oh, wrong direction. There we go. Alright, so... For one thing, these enemies are annoying, the fan enemies. Usually any fan enemy in a game is really annoying. Now, there are two... Well, actually, it might just be one. This giant sphere thing, which a lot of people apparently had... Oh, wait. Oh, right. Game's playing tricks on me. But, what? Oh, I'm supposed to go that way. But, a lot of people don't really like the whole spear mechanic, but I never really had too much of a problem with it. Especially after learning how to actually use it properly. It's mainly these, like, bounce pads that give me more trouble than anything else. Because there is, like, certain segments where they are really, really annoying to actually work around. And there's no other way to advance through the level, so you have to learn how to work with them, otherwise you're not advancing. Which, you know, that's fun. Alright, so, yeah, I'm just gonna kill you, because I wasn't gonna be able to escape that. Oh, I didn't make it to the top. Or you can just do that, okay. Ow. Yeah, that's another thing. If you bounce on these things, and then you just go offline, you don't have invincibility frames, and you're technically not in a spin ball either, so You can get hit by anything. So just be careful about that. Like right there, I almost got hit. I'm getting rings, but it's not like it matters because the ring counter resets after you beat a act. So, you know. Alright, this is a pretty annoying segment, I think. You have to do quite a lot, and you could easily end up going nowhere. Because you might just fall down at some point. Oh, I had to jump over that. Give me these. Ah, oh, come on. It's not like it matters too much. But, like I always say, it's good to have a large amount of rings for bosses and junk. Because, trust me, this Let's Play has shown... Well, it's hardly shown since I got Supersonic, but some of the bosses can be extremely irritating if you don't have a good amount of rings. Or lives, actually, because that's really how I beat the... ended up beating the... Well, actually, no. I just had to get better at the game. That's actually how it was. But, I feel like levels end up being easier when you have a good amount of lives. Which is good, because I have 9 lives. Alright. But, need to make sure I can get as many lives as I can as well. So if I can get 100 rings, or... I remember that they were... Or not get crushed. Goodness. That's coming back. But, what was I about to say? Oh, right. I remember, like, one time I got a certain amount of points, and I was able to get another life. Don't know, how many points I actually need. I feel like it might be 1,000,000 points, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that. There's a lot of things that I've said I'm not sure on it, so don't quote me. I may enjoy this game, but I'd be lying if I said I knew everything about it. Like, I had to look up the part about the 50 rings thing. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. That doesn't send me into the spikes, thankfully. But I didn't have any rings, so if I jumped too early, I would have died. Alright, there we go, some rings. Now we have a safety net. Goodness, getting knocked out. Oh, come on. I kind of don't like that they had spikes there, but getting knocked around like this is not exactly the best feeling in the world. People usually don't like getting knocked around in games. Just gonna outrun that, hopefully. There we go. If you outrun that, what was it? Net, I guess? I don't really know what else to call it, but if you outrun that net, you'll be fine. Oh, I'm straight in the... Okay, no. Good. I was wondering if it was gonna go down, because if I jumped, I would have gotten hit by the spikes, more than likely. Okay, just gotta do a little tap jump. Smash Brothers has taught me well. Alright, life, thank you. That will replace the one I lost to getting squished, or one of them at least. I got squished twice so far. I think there's actually a ring. Nope, not a Chaos Emerald ring there. Not like it matters anymore, because of course I have all my Chaos Emeralds now, but it's nice still trying to find where they are. Alright, oh, this was actually the segment I ended up hating. Because, well, at least I think it is. There are a good number of segments that look the same. So it is a little difficult to tell sometimes. Okay, don't blow the wind in my face, that's nice. There we go. Alright, I don't think I'll get crushed, but I don't want to test that. I've been crushed too many times, don't want to get crushed again. Especially since I'm at the very end of the game, and don't want that to happen. Especially since I have to fight the true boss for the first time. Oh my goodness. So what you have to do here is that you have to ricochet yourself off of that moving platform there. And hope that you connect to the sphere here. Now here is actually even worse. Because I might have... Yeah, there are times where I can just get unlucky. And I actually grab onto that at like a bad time. So I can't actually like fly up. Alright, so Supersonic, it's pretty broken. Because you can just do this. Yeah, you can just do that, and then there's also a second phase of this fight. Supersonic, unfortunately, doesn't make you jump any higher, which is a wait, can it? Yes, it can. Okay. So, as Knuckles, this fight is a lot worse because he doesn't jump as high, but as Supersonic, you can apparently just jump up and kill that guy instantly. Alright, Act 2, the final act of the game. Now, here is where the rings matter, because I need 50 rings when I get to the final boss. Problem is, this segment is a little... It's not really long, actually. It's about the same length as all the other levels in the game, but you have to go through 4 separate sections before you're actually able to get to the boss. So, that's really why it takes so... Well, that's really why it feels like it takes longer than it actually does. Because you're having to go through 4 separate sections before you actually get to the end. And goodness. I have to make sure I don't activate it early on accident. Now, there is a Chaos Emerald ring here, but I kinda don't care. So, it's like, Hey, that was a perfect shot. Nice. Nice shot, me. Alright, get over here. Okay, I had the little thing there. That's not bad. One of the biggest issues, though, is that if I get hit once, I lose all my rings. Well, at least most of my rings, so... I also love how Sonic can just gain speed, even though he's completely upside down. Having to fight gravity, you know. It works, for some reason. I'm not even gonna pretend like that's even... Well, this is even the first game that does that either. There are plenty of other games that do it. I'm pretty sure Sonic Adventure 2 does that a good number of times. Well, actually, the Adventure series in general does it. But it's just a common occurrence when it comes to the Sonic series of gravity being defied. Alright. Doing well in the rings department. Don't know how long that's gonna last, but... actually, I'm supposed to be on this one. Alright, now we'll wait. There we go. And get out. Alright, didn't get squished there. It's good. Usually if I get squished there, it's because I'm being stupid, but I'm actually being a little bit more careful. Okay, so apparently Tails can't help me here. Oh, there's a thing there, okay. Yeah, sometimes things don't show up until you're actually, like, right next to it, so yeah, that's not exactly good. I need to go this way, actually. I'm pretty sure... No, okay. Yeah, by the way, if you fall into the bottom here, then you have to restart pretty much a certain section. So, yeah, be careful. I had no control there. Are you kidding me? That was not even my fault. We all saw that. Alright. Let's just keep going. We can do this. Don't have to get frustrated, at least not yet. It's not the final area, you still have 2 areas left. And I think the end's here? Not sure. Ah, this is a very weird cycle that I got. There we go, alright. But again, like I said, there's 2 more areas. You can do this. And even if there aren't any more, you can get some of the rings, and you might be able to come back from that. Gonna wait for that to explode. There we go. Have to be extremely careful about these bombs, as they get in the way quite often, and it's not exactly the best thing in the world. Out the way, you... No, okay. I was extremely close. Let's just do this time. Alright. And we're good there. Hopefully I don't go flying off into some random object again. Give me all these. Okay, the lightning just barely missed me. Okay, I can make this shot, or not. I usually make that shot, of course I didn't. Oh, yay. Yeah, let's just get rid of you. Oh, okay, didn't expect that to happen. No, not that way, not that way, not that way. Have to be extremely careful. Okay, I was extremely close there. Alright, it shouldn't go down that far. Yeah, I saw the explosion. It wasn't... Oh, come on. I cannot choke. Why are you grabbing me? I cannot choke now. I cannot choke now. Alright, let me get these. Okay, that was close. Well, whatever. Okay, there's nothing past there. No, I wanted to get those. Let me get those rings, because I saw them. Ha, you're not getting me. But I saw rings over there. Let me go back here. I'm gonna walk slowly. No, jump. Whatever. There's... Oh, come on. There we go. What the... Why was... No. My goodness. It's closer than I think it is. There we... Oh, that's just super speed. That helps me out too much, but... What? Did I run past the... Everything is working against me to make sure I do not have 50 rings. There's one area left. I have to have 50 rings at the end of this. Not this way, actually. I need to go this way so I can... Oh, they close off! I didn't even know that. Okay. I've never actually noticed that. Okay, so I can't get the extra rings. That's fantastic. Give me that. Come on. You can do this, and I'm spending a lot more time on this than I actually thought I was. I guess all this extra time is mainly coming from, like, me getting hit so much. Alright, man, just get out of that. Yeah, just wait on the platforms. Make sure you wait on the platforms, because one common mistake that I always did was that I didn't wait, so... Alright, not supposed to go there. Alright, just get me to the end. I think the end is actually, like, really close. No. No! I didn't mean it. Okay. Let's go this way. Please, we need to hurry this up. Alright. Goodness, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Gotta try and have as many rings as we can get. And hopefully we don't die either, because we can die by getting crushed. So we just need to hurry. And we'll be fine, hopefully. Whatever. Just... No, stop. You are wasting time. Precious, precious time that you need. Goodness. This is really bad. Because one thing that we need to do is that we need to beat the boss on this, super mode. My goodness, I'm messing up so badly now. Alright. We are not gonna make it at all. Why did I accidentally activate that, dude? Oh, I didn't even know that it... Oh my goodness. Well, okay, so apparently I have to reset now because yeah, apparently it disconnects, so... Yay. Okay, so after like 3 other tries of doing this, I finally managed to get more than enough rings to do this boss. I have more than 100, that's perfectly fine. Oh goodness. Feels good, kind of. I just want to get that true ending. Alright, now I don't think I can hit him yet, but... Might as well activate it, like, now. There we go, because that was extremely close. I almost got hit there. Unfortunately, I can't hit him yet. I have to wait until his shield goes down, which is now. And now I just attack him as much as I can before his shield goes back up. And thankfully, nothing he does can hurt me. So, as much damage as I can. Alright, this is going to take more than one of these little phases here, I think. Unless... Oh, does he not do the teleportation thing when you're in supersonic mode? That's weird and kind of interesting, actually. Because when you're not supersonic, there's actually, like, 2 random hand things that he'll generate, and he'll transport you to like separate like little areas, and they'll send you to like other like mini bosses. You don't actually have to beat them, but they're there to like do like extra damage to you, I guess. Alright, so from what I've heard, this boss is actually kind of challenging, which is... oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, and you can also get damaged in this fight too, so... yeah, ow, like right there. Luckily, I don't think the rings actually disappear, so... don't have to worry about that too much. But we do, like, lose... what is it? We lose rings over time, so... of course, gotta be careful about that. Trying to get him too. To be honest, I have no idea if anything I'm doing is actually hitting him. I'm pretty sure what I have to do is just like connect myself to his actual like body, and that should be fine. But alright, get over here. Oh right, whenever I hit the ground I have to like make myself fly again, which is weird. I don't think Eggman can actually hurt me, which is a little interesting. By the way, I have no idea what that bursting is I'm doing, but I have a feeling it's making me lose rings, which is bad because I need as many rings as I can. Oh my goodness, your force field. Oh my goodness, come on. I need you to die already, please. Out of the way, Eggman. Well, Robotnik, whatever. I probably called him Eggman before too. Right now, I'm just trying to beat the game. I'm losing rings here. Just get out. And also, in case you haven't noticed by now, the timer is not exactly right in the head right now. Okay, get him. There we go. Alright, so I guess the best tactic is to dodge all of his attacks and then actually go for him. Eggman is really easy to attack. He doesn't do anything. Or at least nothing that can hurt you. Just dodge as much as you can. There we go. Okay. That seems to be a pretty decent tactic. Okay, so Eggman's defeated. Robotnik, whatever. I'm trying to beat the game. Ow! But we still have you to deal with. Your stupid force field. Get over here. Oh my... stop! No, we... okay. I just beat him. I believe. And here is the true ending to Sonic Mania. Whew! Don't know how that makes sense, but whatever. That pose might look a little bit familiar to you. If it doesn't, I might as well. It's the end of the game. So, through the true ending, you now see that Sonic Mania is tied to Sonic Forces. So, yeah, it's very connected. In fact, me and a friend of mine, we actually made this joke about Sonic Mania being $20 and then Sonic Forces being $40 because it's $40. But we made a joke that like Sonic Forces was $40 and then Sonic Mania was like $20 DLC. It's like a prequel to Sonic Forces, which it pretty much is. But well, it could be for all. I don't know. It's really confusing right now. But time for the whole review on the game. So, Sonic Mania, very, very fun game. Very fun game. And this is especially coming from me, I don't really play the classic games, and I never really grew up with them at all. So for me to say that this is a really good Sonic game, it's saying a lot. Like, that's really saying a lot. For me, this game's like it's probably like an 8 out of 10, could be 9, but, it's very in between, maybe 8.5 out of 10. But, of course, there are some issues that I still have. For one thing, I do kind of hate that when you get hit, you lose all your rings. I mean, that's kind of a staple through some of the games in the franchise, but it's something that me personally, I kind of don't like, because it's like, oh, you remember those 183 rings you have? Nope, they're all gone now. But yeah, that's a little bit of nitpicking though, so that's not exactly too bad. Now, in terms of the levels, what would be my least favorite? Probably Oil Ocean, actually. The bosses there are actually really bad. Actually, no. In terms of level, Stardust Speedway. Those were just confusing, and those are the most annoying levels to go through. But, in terms of bosses, Oil Ocean all the way. Those had the worst bosses in the game. Especially the second one. Especially when you're playing as Knuckles. That is actually, like, really bad. In terms of music, very phenomenal. I need to listen to it, like, outside of the game, so I can get a feel for every song. But my favorite one, it might be Green Hill Zone Act 2. That might be my favorite one. It actually just might be my favorite remix. But, actually, Lava Reef actually has a really good Act 2 song, I think. Is that Act 2 or Act 1? But it's coming down to those two. But, in terms of the classic songs, well, the Act 1 songs, I mean, probably Lava Reef, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Now, what would be my favorite boss? It's really hard to actually say, because, like, most of the time, like, about halfway through the game, maybe, I was, like, blasting through the levels with Supersonic, so it doesn't really count for me to try and justify them, but I did play the game, like, before I got Supersonic, so I'll try and judge it off of that. The Ice Ninja Robot boss, that's actually a really cool one. I didn't mean to make a pun there, but that's actually a really, fun one in my opinion. I guess a true final boss is actually pretty cool too. And it actually sparks up a lot of interest, because I think that's, like, the only, boss to ever, like, hurt Supersonic. So that's already just sparking up interest for a lot of people. But, by the way, that theme, that was just playing if you were listening to it, that theme will play if you let the opening sequence happen twice. But that's a little... Wait. Oh, I have to do that every time? No, whatever. I just have to touch the controller so that the screen stays brighter than what it just changed to. But, by the way, love this song. Like, literally every time I start up the game, I let this song play. Every single time. Or at least most of the time. Whenever it came to Let's Play, it was every single time. But, aside from that. Oh, goodness. Now, this game is not exactly an easy one. The, final bosses are definitely pretty difficult. That's one thing. But it never really feels like it's a sudden jump. But it's more like the levels... some of the levels have a difficulty spike in, like, navigation, I guess. Especially Stardust Speedway. Act 2, no. That was horrible. But, yeah, it's not really a spike in difficulty. It's more of navigation, which I guess can kind of be difficulty. But this game does gradually increase in difficulty with a certain degree of fairness. So that's very good. Because Green Hill Zone, of course, Green Hill Zone, it's bound to be the easiest level, considering it's the first one, but it did progressively get more difficult, which is what most games should do. And it's also supposed to test your abilities as you go on further and further. However, the true final boss, it is kind of random in that aspect, because it all of a sudden throws the whole idea that you can fly in the air, which you never really did before. If you did have a, what was it, the supersonic beforehand, which you should, but in case you like never really tried flying at all, if you could, then it's kind of just thrown at you randomly. But the boss fight's still good, and it's not exactly difficult to get around it, but to get around that little barrier, but it's fine. But what else can I talk about? Because I think there is still a little bit more to the credits. I don't exactly know how much there is, but I guess we could talk about Sonic's future. So Sonic's future at this point is looking very promising because the Sonic series usually has like high points and then low points and then gives back to high points. It's really just back and forth because there was the Sonic 06 era, which was really bad, and then it brought it back up. It's hard to say. Maybe around when Colors came out, or it might have even been Unleashed, but now Unleashed has a much more negative connotation. But might have been around where Colors was, and then Sonic Boom. Nope, that was a downhill. And then now with Sonic Mania being one of the best rating Sonic games in the past 15 years, that's astounding. But all we have is Sonic Forces, and I will be doing Sonic Forces as well, mainly because A, these two games are connected, and B, I just wanted to do Sonic Forces, so, you know. That's actually kind of the reason why I did Sonic Mania, because I found out that it was connected to Forces, so I was like, might as well play this. But that was it for Sonic Forces, and I will do Sonic Force. Wait, did I say something? Nah, that was it for Sonic Mania, but I will do Sonic Forces whenever that comes out on November 7th? I forgot the accurate date, but it's in November. That's all I know. It's at the very beginning of November. But the next Sonic Let's Play will be until then, but for now, make sure you guys check out all my extra content if you're new, because you might enjoy all the other Let's Plays I'm doing for right now. I'm doing Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'm going to start a blind playthrough of Jak 3, blind being, I've never played the game before, so that's going to be fun. But until the next video, take care.